Hey everybody, welcome to Who Gives a Shit, the podcast that asks the most important question. Who gives a shit? No, today we got a guest. We got Vito coming in. Vito, man, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, bro.
How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
It's going well. It's going real well.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just been hanging out, cleaning my
Very
house.
special guest. We got the Pepsi salesman at the BLM riots and the co-host of the Biggest Problem reboot. Very good show. Highly recommend.
Yeah, we just rebooted it, so hopefully people like it.
So, Vito, you're an anomaly to me, man, because I've been trying to figure out why some people just hate you so much. Like, they don't just regular dislike you. They just, like, absolutely despise you. And I'm like, and like, when people heard you were coming on the show, they're like, ask him why he's a blue pill beta cuck.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I have a number of, what do you call it? I have a number of thoughts on reasons people might hate me. Some of them are justified. I guess I can be kind of a blue pill beta cuck at times. I don't consider myself a Democrat anymore because I hate the Democrats as much as I hate the Republicans now. I'm more of a centrist, which is another term people hate. So I guess part of it is that my political beliefs, I don't fall into one of the two major camps. I kind of just look at each issue and go, with my heart. I don't play into the tribalism of the politics, and I'm sure just me explaining that sounds like some sort of snooty, stuck-up piece of shit. No, it's just, I don't know. I don't subscribe to either political party or whatever.
I don't look at it that way at all, man. I'm a political Martian.
Yeah.
Every political party
I think you have to
me. I'm a violent felon. They hate me.
Yeah, but there are some people who are like, because I say like, oh, I voted for Biden, and then they go, oh, well, that means you agree with every single woke thing the Democrats are doing. And I'm like, no, I can hate 90% of what the Democrats are doing and still vote for Biden. And I think that's kind of a thing that people miss out on, that just because you vote for, I think even guys who vote for Trump, it doesn't mean you agree with every single thing Trump did. You just think overall it's a little bit better than the other guy.
And here's Vito
I voted
in his privileged position, able to vote and shit.
Right. Sorry, former felon.
That
I
doesn't go
voted for
away.
Trump because it was funny.
You voted for Trump because it was funny, and that's pretty valid.
Yeah.
It was definitely the funnier option. I can't argue with that. But then there's just other shit where, like, I think maybe this is crazy, but I think a lot of people run into, like, fat guys in your real life, who just kind of, like, roll over and are just kind of the bitch. So when you find a fat guy who's like, I really just don't care, and you're like trying to, like, there's a lot of these guys who are like, oh, I can like bully fat guys and fucking, they're just weak and little bitches or whatever. And I'm like, nah, man, fuck you. And you don't immediately roll over. Something about that, I think some people who are just used to being bullies and I don't know, that you just don't crumble the second you're challenged by some of those people, makes them go even harder at you. But whatever. I think
it's envy, man. Because
there's
in
some
a lot
of that.
of people's minds, when they were like 15 or something, you're like living the dream. Fat guy playing video games, making commentary about pop culture, and you're doing the biggest problem in the universe, man.
Yeah, I'm having
haters,
fun.
Dude, haters.
Yeah, there's definitely haters, and that's the other thing is I'm like, look, man, I don't know. I have fun. I make funny content. Like, what do you want me to do? There's a lot of guys who think that they can do what you do. They're like, well, I could review a fucking Star Wars movie. I could do a podcast. And it's like, well, then go do it. No, I'm not stopping you, man. So they think that, you've gotten what you've got. And let's be clear, I'm not living in the lap of luxury. I live in a tiny little 1-bedroom apartment in fucking LA. But yeah, I'm doing all right for myself.
That thing cost $3 million. What the fuck are you talking about?
To be fair, it's not like it's the cheapest fucking place in the world, but yeah, there's a bit of jealousy also, I definitely sense from people who they think it's undeserved. That, Belle Delphine bathwater thing, that wasn't even funny. I agree with you. That was a terrible fucking idea. Like, I did not put a lot of time or thought into it. It just happened, and it was all right. So I don't know, man.
Your Pepsi bit caught my attention, but then I knew I had to speak to you when you were one of the only people on the internet who had the right opinion about that Cuties movie. You were the only one that saw.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, this is. Yeah. This
Do you
is
agree with
just
me
a
on that? That
marketing-
it's just like, why are you guys so upset about this? Like, you can be
Well,
like,
I
this
know-
is gross, but it's not. It's free speech, man. You can't try to ban it.
Also, they're going for the pedophile angle as a way to market the movie, and all these conservatives getting mad about it on the internet. You're
Are helping
playing
market the
into
movie.
their hand.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like a really boring French film that I still have not seen because it sounds super fucking boring.
I watched it day one. It was terrible. You can't even see the pussy whips. 0 out of
Fuck,
10.
man.
Terrible.
I
movie.
came here for 12-year-old puss, and I came away empty-handed. Oh, nice drop. That's a good drop right there.
But another quick little story before we get into it. I told a buddy of mine that I was gonna have you, Vito, on the show, and he's like, "Oh, make sure you tell him that he's a pedophile and he enables pedophilia."
He nailed me on
And
that one.
it's so funny, man, that these people are just so stuck up on you. That's when I knew I had to get you on the show because
Yeah.
you're really just a normal dude. You're a normal guy. You're
I guess
not
that's the other
crazy.
thing is that they get mad that, like, I think if somebody calls you a pedophile, you're supposed to immediately be so shocked and horrified and go, I can't believe you would call. I would never, you know, like, and they want to fluster you, you know, they want you to, like, react so strongly. And I just go, yeah, I don't know. Sure, fine, whatever you want to say. Like, I don't care that I know I'm not a pedophile. I hate children. The idea of trying to have a conversation with a 14-year-old is so abhorrent to me. Let alone the idea that I would want to fuck one. So, yeah, I don't know, man. You guys are just really overreacting to this bullshit. And they get really, really mad that they keep calling me a pedophile, and I just go, all right, I mean, yeah, that's your opinion. Fine. What do you want? Do you want me to get on my hands and knees and go?
The bundle of sticksing that goes out there is just it's so dumb. You'd think that it would get old and that people would move on to something else, but this is a meme that's never going to go away. It seems like
What, calling people a pedophile?
Yeah, and just getting all freaking up at arms about something that's not even happening. Like, you could just be cruising through your normal day, and then out of nowhere in left field, here comes someone being like, they're sold out of wood chippers at Home Depot, and that's a shame, because I'm going to throw a pedophile in a wood chipper today. I'm going to save these kids.
I mean, what it comes down to is, I think that people who are not very, I don't know how to define the people, but, like, you always want to have, like, a group of people you can hate, you know? Like, it used to be you would just be racist. You would just be like, oh, I just hate black people, and you would just talk shit about black people. Because it makes you feel better having somebody you can hate. And, of course, it's very easy to hate pedophiles, because, of course, everybody hates pedophiles. But at a certain point, it's like,
Maybe
dude, you're not even really talking about pedophiles. This is just you wanting an excuse to be mad about something and pretend you would, like, kill somebody if they showed it. You're not going to kill anybody. I can right now go online and get you a list of sex offenders in your area. Go kill some. If you're so dead set on killing pedophiles, I will get you a list of pedophiles. Go kill some of them. You're not going to. You're just like, it's this weird bravado of, like, I'm the ultimate, you know, masculine, do-gooder, white knight, whatever the fuck. I'll kill bad guys. Okay, well then go kill them. Just go do it. No one's stopping you. You can do that.
Maybe it's a gay op from the rich to prevent them from hating rich people. They're like, look, we got to get these people off this class warfare shit, man, because this is cropping up again. And pedophiles?
I see it
Everyone's
as
like,
it's just it's literally just virtue signaling. I'm a good person because I hate pedophiles. Everybody on Earth hates pedophiles. It doesn't make you any different from anyone else. Like, go define your, like, being a good person by, like, actually going out and doing something that, like, if you really care about kids, like, go join, like, a child's charity and, like, help kids, or go, like, actually go be a pedo hunter. At least the pedo hunters are out there trying to do something and, like, catching these guys.
That takes, like, effort and shit, Vito.
Right.
This is, look, modern problems require modern solutions.
Modern problems require me getting on Twitter and making my Twitter profile anti-map and putting it in there like it's a pronoun. It is the equivalent of putting pronouns in the bio now. Do you see people on Twitter who their profile is anti-map? And you're like, yeah, what are you doing to stop the match?
I'm not on social media at all.
On
man.
Twitter.
I got out of prison in 2015, and I saw what social media had done to people, and I said, no, I am not going to do that.
Well, everyone is on there virtue signaling in different ways. And I think the people who are on there going, yeah, man, my whole identity is that I hate pedophiles. Again, everyone on Earth hates pedophiles. Go get a real identity. Or if you hate them that much, like, go actually do something about it. There are so many ways to protect children. Go sign up for a charity or become a caseworker or something.
Watch our voicemail line get lit up, and it's going to be like, I disagree, Vito. Every time I tweet pedophile, they're bad on Twitter, 3 children
three children get saved whenever I tweet about it. That's what it seems like. They say, again, it's the same as being, like putting LGBT Black Lives Matter ally in your profile. It's like, yeah, okay, it doesn't do anything. Like...
So if you have a strong opinion about pedophiles, be sure to give us a call at 281-747-6015.
I also have a strong opinion about pedophiles. I just don't feel the need to make it my identity, man. I don't make it my profile. Whatever.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's get into the show. All right.
Let's do it.
So, all right, first topic I'm bringing in today. This is about Brittney Spears. So Brittney Spears asked judge to renege conservatorship without an evaluation. So what does everybody know about the Brittney Spears situation?
I know that her dad is basically in control of all her money. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit more than that, because he also has her on an IUD, an intrauterine device. And he's banning her from getting married and doesn't want her to have any more kids and is like forcing her to go on tour and shit. At least that's what she's claiming. And she wants out of, basically being out from under this dude's thumb. And I'm kind of of two minds about this, because I don't give a shit about Brittney Spears. I couldn't give a fuck. But the conservatorship stuff is pretty fucking creepy. Like, imagine, CJ, you got fucking 5150 the other day. Imagine you getting thrown under a conservatorship under your mom or something like that.
Oh, that would drive me crazy. I don't know much about Brittney Spears nowadays, but she was like my second jerk-off after Madonna. So there is a little bit nostalgic feelings toward Brittney Spears, but beyond that, I don't...
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. I mean, I know at one point we just assumed she was crazy, but it is really creepy for a grown woman to have her father in charge of all of her stuff and, legally bound to it.
Well, she's trying to get this conservatorship overthrown, and what's fucked up is because this guy controls the money, she's paying for her lawyers, and she's also paying for the opposition's lawyers. And there's another team of lawyers involved inside this shit too, and she's having to pay for all of it. And that's pretty fucked, because I've seen it firsthand. Whenever a lot of money starts getting involved, people start acting really fucking weird. And the Scrooge comes out, and everyone starts freaking trying to, go for the gold as best they can. And the amount that people are crying out for Brittney, though, this became like a huge rallying cry out there. There's this whole free Brittney thing that's been going on for a long time, and this is nothing new. If you remember fucking Chris Crocker going leave her alone.
Yeah. It's funny, I was actually watching the South Park last night where they have him on there. Did you remember that episode?
Yeah, you were on that episode, right? You're Tron guy?
Yeah, no, I'm Numa Numa guy.
Oh, yes.
I probably could pass for Numa Numa guy.
Dude, fucking do a remix, bro.
Oh man, that's not a terrible idea. Just be like, Numa Numa guy is grown. Dude, I bet I could convince people I was Numa Numa guy. Just be like, yeah, that was me 15 years ago. I have a new account now.
It's an honor to have a Numa Numa guy.
No, does anyone even know his name? I don't think they do.
I mean, the only thing that made that blow up is it was fascinating how wide this fat man could open his mouth.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he had the perfect amount of arm fat. So when he's like arm pumping, it's just like, it's mesmerizing, dude. The fat rolls it just sucks you in.
Yeah. Apparently he did not go on to great things. Apparently he did not.
Well, no one back in the Gap really did.
Yeah.
There's just no way to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you really
then.
couldn't make a new thing. American vlogger Gary Brosma. Anyway, yeah, that was all around that time.
NFT of that shit.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, the whole leave Brittney alone thing, was that about the conservatorship, or I thought people were like harassing her for something?
No, this was about the conservatorship, because in, I want to say it was 2008, she totally lost her fucking mind. Like, she had a complete mental breakdown where she, like, got out some clippers and, like, started shaving chunks out of her hair. Like, she really did, like, melt all the fuck way down. And that's when they put her under a conservatorship. And what I don't get is why they don't have, like, independent, evaluations about this stuff every so often. It seems like it's a very bare bones minimum every 5 years or something like that. There should be an independent valuation on whether or not someone still needs a conservatorship or not.
Do they not check in on it? Like, is it just like set in stone forever?
It's a really weird thing because
can't she challenge it at any point?
She can, but it's kind of hard to get out of it because it's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies where if it looks like she's getting better, they're like, look, the conservatorship worked. She needs this. And if she's fucking losing her mind, they're like, well, look, she needs the conservatorship. It's like a non-falsifiable claim.
Super weird.
Yeah, and when you got like, I think she's worth like $30 million or some shit like that. But the part that makes it creepy for me is the IUD and her not being able to have kids and shit like that. That is super fucking creepy. But
is that because her dad said, like, is that like they can't?
Yeah, her
dad's forcing her to have an IUD.
Yeah,
dude, what?
Yeah, I shit you not. Well, okay, so that's what she told the judge. As to, like, how being able to, like, verify all this shit, I really don't know. Actually, for all I know, she had a fucking lucid-ass day, and this chick is fucking about to lose her fucking shit any given day of the week. I really wouldn't be surprised. But, it smells bad on the dad's side. Because all these fucking child actors and the people that do this stuff when they're young, it always turns into some weird, fucked up, abusive shit. Almost like more times than not, it seems. So, but people care way, way too much about this for the wrong reasons. They're not concerned about the conservatorship. It's the cult of personality around Brittney Spears herself.
Yeah. Wow, that's man, that's super troubling.
Brittney, sweetheart, when you get ready to shave your head again, I want you to call me before you do, and we'll talk it out.
Well, because I guess maybe she had the IUD before she got the conservatorship, and now they're preventing her from taking it out because they can limit your like medical decisions, but that's still super weird.
Yeah.
Well, we're both genetic defects now. I think we're perfect for each other, really. So I hear you got a house in Vegas, and I love gambling. So just give me a call. I know you listen to the podcast. You're a big fan, I assume.
What fucked me up is, man, Brittney Spears isn't that much older than me. She's talking about still having kids, and she's 39. I'm like, damn, like.
Yeah, well,
really
what's like
She's
the
like
cutoff? Typically, like 45. You should not be still trying to have kids.
She's already in the geriatric pregnancy range. The chances for Down syndrome have gone way the fuck up. Autism has gone way the fuck up. It's a little late in the game. It's not game over, but it's late. It's late.
Yeah, that is a thing. I'm constantly worried about that because I'm not dating right now, and I'm like, man, I want to have kids, but I don't want my kid to be retarded.
Oh, yeah, filthy coomer. What, you want to have kids?
Yeah, dude.
I found out that I could have kids. I went to my doctor the other day, and they told me that my disease is not hereditary. So if I decide to have kids, they won't be leg retarded, which I think is awesome.
Well, that's good.
I just have to, I have to find the right stripper first, and then go from there.
Yeah, well, I was like, man, maybe I
could
could pay a girl to just let me just bring my child to fucking whatever. I have no time to date a woman or have a woman in my... See, that's my problem is I'm like, man, I want a kid, but I don't want a woman. not one that hangs
man,
around.
I kind of feel you there. Sometimes it feels like it's just not worth the effort. You know, you start dating a chick and then she suddenly shaves off half of her head, and now you got to convince her dad to get the IUD out of her.
Yeah, man. It's a whole thing.
But that's really all I got to say about Brittney Spears, man. So Vito, what you got for us this week, my man?
I have a news article here that pertains to some nerdy stuff, man. These nerds, they're always mad, but maybe they have good reason. Should I tell you where it's from, or you guys like to guess? I'll just give you the headline.
Oh, yeah. Let's play the guessing game. It's from a major news outlet. We're capable of guessing this, right?
Yeah. You might not guess it though.
All right.
It's not like a
mainstream.
It's not technically like mainstream news. I don't know how you would categorize it. Disney drops the Slave1 name for Boba Fett's ship, prompting outcry from Star Wars fans and a Star Wars actor. So for several years now, well, obviously Disney took over Star Wars. You want the gist of it? Basically, you know how Boba Fett's spaceship is named the Slave1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have that. You didn't know that?
I'm gonna guess that this came from E Entertainment.
I'm going with
that's very
IGN.
Close. That's very close.
IGN. How close is that?
The word entertainment is in the name technically. I don't know if that's what it's considered. All right. It comes from Yahoo Entertainment.
Yahoo?
They're
still around?
Yeah, right? That's the thing. I was like, I don't think anyone would ever guess Yahoo, but they do technically post news and stuff. This is from Kevin Paulowoy, senior correspondent at Yahoo Entertainment. Basically, Boba Fett's ship has always been the Slave1. And even on the toys, it would say that. You can look at the old Lego sets. It would say, Slave1. You're building the Slave1. Well, the new Star Wars Lego set is coming out, and it just says, Boba Fett's Starship. And according to other people within the organization or who work on toys, they're like, yeah, Disney does not want us calling it the Slave1 anymore.
That is freaking lame.
It is pretty lame, considering he's literally like a guy who goes around murdering people for money. You think that maybe... Couldn't you just leave that? Like, of all the things... we were discussing this before we got into it, that, like, on one hand, you're like, yeah, it's Star Wars, who cares? This is for nerds. And on the other hand, you're like, okay, but, like, do we really have to sanitize the word slave out of existence? Like...
Well... So this is not the first time they've been doing some dumbass shit like that. So there was some internal memos that got leaked, and they were trying to pull any type of merchandising and any type of posters or anything of Slave Leia.
Right. Yeah, I don't even think they can make Slave Leia merchandise anymore.
And they had a problem with the term Slave Leia. And they wanted to nix all that shit, but you can't do that. Every fucking... How are boomers going to get their boners? Like, this is... that's an unacceptable thing to do.
I think there is actually a rule at Disney that they will no longer make Slave Leia merchandise. You can't make, like, an action figure or a statue or anything. It's just like, she does not exist.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for that new movie, 12 Years a Hard Worker. It's supposed to be really good.
12 years a hard worker. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one too.
So how much more are they going to mess with the Star Wars franchise before I don't know. If it wasn't for the Mandalorian, I would have been over Star Wars. It'd have been it. I would have just completely tuned out 100%. I still haven't seen Episode 9. I just didn't care to.
Oh, it's so bad. So what was your? Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, I was gonna say the last Star Wars thing I paid attention to. I went to see Solo with a bunch of friends of mine, and I ended up falling asleep. So I don't know much about it.
Oh, the new what do you call it? The new Episode 9
Star Wars story.
Yeah. Oh, Solo. Yeah,
the
Solo sucks.
spinoff. Yeah. I fell asleep to it. We only went because it was a free movie. It was a free movie night that my college was doing. So me and my friends got all drunk beforehand, and we went to watch the movie, and I ended up falling asleep. So I don't know if it was good or not, but
Yeah, all these new Star Wars projects are real bad. Disney, I don't know what's going on with Disney. They're
Well, got Kathleen Kennedy's bitch ass just insisting on ruining everything because she thinks she is the fan base or some crap like that. I don't know what her problem is.
I guess that's the big thing is you're like, listen, man, you've already screwed up Star Wars so much. Why don't you just like leave alone the things that you haven't screwed up? So like maybe when they're like, we're gonna make a new Boba Fett Lego spaceship, just go, okay, have fun. Don't go, can you not call it the Slave One? That's offensive. Because slavery has only ever existed in America. You know, whenever they're mad about the word slave, they're like, it only ever existed in America. It only ever occurred to black people. It's like, no, look, slavery has existed in all cultures across all things. It makes sense that it exists in a lawless fucking cowboy Star Wars space world. Okay? What are you going to do? Can Star Wars not have slaves anymore? Like, as actual characters? Like, what's going to happen?
So, but before this, who did anyone actually give a shit about this ship being called Slave One? I never saw anyone complain about this. Now, I'm sure there had to be someone that is just looking for something out there. I mean, there's got to be at least one, but they were effectively, non-existent. They had no coverage at all. I don't know, man. Who did give a shit? I don't literally no one.
Yeah. That's the thing is like it's trying to anticipate. That's the worst is like not even responding to like people being like, oh, I'm offended by this thing. It's trying to anticipate what people might be offended by and just like, I don't know, we might get in trouble for this. So let's just change it ahead of time, which is like worse because then you're starting to change things that don't need to be changed at all. Like nobody cares.
We brought a lot of things in about preemptive canceling. It's been it's a thing. People are getting scared and starting to censor themselves, and that's way worse than having a woke mob come after you. Is whenever you've actually started changing people's hearts and minds.
Yeah, and they're self-censoring for no reason. Again, you had the Mandalorian coming out all throughout Black Lives Matter. Boba Fett showed up in it. Not a single person was like, can you believe the name of his spaceship is the Slave One? Like, no, that wasn't a thing. That never happened.
No, everyone's like, I want a Slave One. That thing is fucking sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool shit.
It has those fucking like those sonar mines that blow the fuck up. Those things are cool. Boba Fett's cool. He looks awesome. So, yeah. Who didn't want a fucking Slave One?
Exactly. I don't know what the deal is.
In the Star Wars, I'm not a Star Wars guy, so let me ask you this, Vito. In the Star Wars universe, do they acknowledge race in Star Wars?
Yeah, of course.
So, like, if there's a black guy, will they say that that guy's black in the movie?
I don't know if they've ever acknowledged, what do you call it?
So all the different species are basically homogenous. They don't actually talk about different races inside an interspecies thing. Like they never address like Lando Calrissian going like Colt 45 works every time.
Well, I was gonna say like basically humans don't recognize races within humanity. It's just kind of like, yeah, we're all humans, which kind of makes sense because it's like, hey man, we got a whole bunch of other races we can be racist to. We don't got to be racist to each other, you know?
Right.
And droids.
I was confused because they're doing the African slavery angle, but all the Star Wars stuff I've seen, I don't think they actually acknowledge the race of humans. It's more like a human versus alien type story.
Yeah. Again, I think it's just kind of like if you need other humans to hang out with, you're not gonna be like, oh well, let's not get any of the black ones. It's gonna be like, nah, dude, like let's just stay together because these spider aliens are going to kill us otherwise. I think your racism is dependent on how many races there are. On America, we only on Earth, we only have so many different races. So we got to get more specific about who we hate and dislike. But if there were spider people, I'm pretty sure all the humans would be like, "Oh, I just fucking hate spider people, man." And all the spider people would be like, "Man, I just fucking hate humans."
Man, I don't know why people hate all these different races when it's much easier just to hate all women, and it's a lot more fun, too. I would recommend you do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they have that in Star Wars. I think they have. I'm sure they have a yeah.
They've been misogynist from the very get-go because they failed the Bechdel test. You know, there's only 2 chicks in the original trilogy, Mon Mothma and Princess Leia. That's like it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, mostly the original trilogy was all, for some reason, British guys. George Lucas just really wanted to cast white British people. And that's like the whole goddamn thing. And then he found Lando.
Right. Well, let's get out of some topics and get into our favorite segment, which is To Catch a Redditor.
Ooh.
So let's see. We got this one is about the Brittney Spears situation.
From r/news, Specialist Hat 8840 writes, I knew it was like The Handmaid's Tale, but Jesus Christ, they gaslit this woman. JOA3K responds, they told her she failed a psych test. That's not how it works. You can't fail a psych test.
Hey, CJ, can you fail a psych test?
You can absolutely fail a psych test. I have many times, and I probably will continue to fail psych tests.
Oh my god! Spoken by a true fucking like psych patient, man. It's fucking Psych Patient Saturday on Reddit today. All right, so this is some more stuff about the Britney Spears situation.
Say a Meme Demican writes, that leave Britney alone dude was really ahead of his time. I'm joining his camp. Big Rock Big Money responds, a genius in his own right.
You hear that? Chris Crocker's a genius. Didn't he get into gay porn?
I'm not sure.
Chris Crocker, that leave her alone.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
Yeah, he got the voice
he's
for
into
it.
genius gay porn. Oh man, you're right. He totally does. He'd be like, I'm sure he's just like,
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
okay, so this is about one of the topics that's coming up. This is the Justice for Johnny, when CJ's bringing in.
From an excerpt of a manifesto found on r/Justice for Johnny Depp. Amber Heard thinks she can get away with abusing Johnny. What? Johnny Depp is an amazing man and a great actor. Amber is a terrible human and a really bad actor. I can't tell you guys how happy I am that her new movie flopped. I'm losing faith in humanity. Johnny got punished for something he didn't do. Why? Just why? We need a movement or something like that to bring Johnny back. And if we can get Heard fired or punished, he deserves to be brought back. Every time I see a movie of his, whether it's Pirates of the Caribbean or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Rango, whatever it is, I pretty much always enjoy it. Aquaman would have been so much better. I mean, I haven't seen it, but friends have told me it's good. Without Amber in it. Nothing will change my mind about this. We want Johnny back.
People really love Johnny Depp, huh? Like,
They do. I like Johnny Depp, man.
I like Johnny Depp,
really good
but I guess I'm
movies.
just like, yeah. I don't know how to put it. Where to me, I'm
What
just
are
like,
you
yeah,
guys
that's a really
talking
shitty
about?
situation, but I'm not. My angle on it is not like because I'm being denied all these great Johnny Depp movies is why my life is ruined. I'm like, no, that's just a shitty thing that happened to him. You know?
You're forgetting the modern cinematic masterpiece, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reboot.
Oh, that's true.
That's how you knew that dude was a fucking psychopath. As soon as he said he liked Charlie, that movie was... I couldn't watch that thing. It was too fucking weird.
Tim Burton sucks. He always has and always will.
You're going to say you like Batman? You don't like Batman?
Man. Batman 1989
like
is the best Batman movie. Come fight me about it.
Yeah, come on.
He
had some good ideas.
Which one had Jack Nicholson as the Joker? Which Batman?
That was Batman 1989.
Jack Nicholson was a better Joker than Heath Ledger. If Heath Ledger hadn't died, everyone would agree with me.
I like Nicholson's Joker the best by far out of all of them. So.
Oh, damn. I actually agree on a fucking hot take here, CJ? Shit.
Yeah, it's, I think he fit the role better than most people have. But I guess I didn't know that it was Batman 1989. I don't really keep up with superheroes like most people do. So
yeah, Burton did that one, and then he did Batman Returns with Catwoman and Penguin.
Yeah, take or leave that one.
It's all right.
For me, I mean, I saw that movie as a little kid. You know, I was like 4 when that movie came out. And that Batmobile was the fucking coolest damn thing in the universe. It's got machine guns in it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is Burton's visual style was definitely valid. And he did some cool stuff, which I think a lot of people have then copied. It seems like now he kind of sucks, but I didn't see Dumbo. I should see Dumbo. Did you know he directed that reboot?
He hasn't impressed me in a little while. I mean, really, the only thing I can fault him for is that a bunch of emo chicks that I was into back in high school would constantly randomly sing the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack, and that drove me up a fucking wall.
Yeah.
What?
And I guess I forgot. I always forget Big Fish was Tim Burton. Did you ever see Big Fish?
No, that was one that missed my view.
Big Fish.
I remember him.
Did you see that one,
I was gonna say,
CJ?
I haven't seen that one, but I was gonna say I remember him for Rise of the Planet Apes, and that movie fucking sucked. Sucks.
Yeah, that was 2001.
Let's keep on going with this to catch.
Oh, Mars Attacks, though. Let's be clear, Mars Attacks. Great.
That was
movie.
Tim Burton.
That was Tim Burton. Yeah.
Right,
he's got some good stuff. He's off and on. Lately, he's off.
All right, so here's one that I'm going to be bringing in later. It's about some crazy K-pop fan.
From r/unpopular K-pop opinions. I ain't creative though, writes. This man is extremely unwell. I took a look at his Twitter and he seems to be really struggling with his self-esteem and his looks. Add the Twitter mob on top of that and you've got a victim of bullying. Twitter stans take this shit too far sometimes. He'll post about an actual sensible political, environmental, social issue and people mock him still. He posts something about being bullied or suffering from low self-esteem and he gets mocked. He does take shit too far at sometimes, but he truly only seems harmful to himself, not to others. He's a cringe fest, but unlike Sasangs, he's no danger to his idols. He might be a tool, but I feel sorry for him in a way.
Damn, Vito, I didn't know you were into K-pop.
Aw. Dude, everybody's why is K-pop so popular? I don't understand it.
That's one of the reasons I brought this in. It completely misses me, man. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like to me, it seems it came out of left field. It's like they were decided to be Kmart weebs or something like that. I don't know. And also, if you're looking for some self-esteem and you're a dude and you're going to the internet, none of us are as bad as all of us. You know, remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
Also,
why everybody decided. Is it just like because you don't know what they're saying, you can pretend it's like good because it's in like some foreign language?
I bet you it's sung all flowery, so like 13-year-old girls are into it, and then a bunch of like lame dudes that are trying to impress these 13-year-old girls got into it, and now it just became like I guess it's like an androgynous Backstreet Boys or something like that, man. I don't fucking know.
I was gonna
Seems
say,
like
from what I can tell, the women that are into this are little kids, because there's a lot of little kids in my family that like K-pop. And from what my niece says, it's basically eye candy for little girls. You know, they pay more attention to the music video than they do the actual music because it has a pretty face in it to them.
Oh, so it's like the DIY makeup tutorial of music videos?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get out of To Catch a Redditor. Oh, wrong one. And get into what you're talking about, CJ. What you got for us this week, man?
All right, so this is not an article. This is a very funny and demented celebrity hashtag. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. Now, let me ask you guys, what do you think would do Jack Sparrow justice in the minds of people on Twitter?
what would
I'm
bring
trying to empathize with people in Twitter.
Sparrow justice? Jack Sparrow, bring him back. He needs a whole new trilogy.
Bring him back.
Oh, God, if I'm trying to think of what Twitter would think, it would be to have Spider-Man give Amber Heard an enema with Elsa watching. That's my guess.
Adam is closer than Vito is. They don't want Johnny Depp back in movies. They want Amber Heard out of movies. Apparently, she has a movie career, and I had no idea about this until just now. But I would like to read you just some of the demented tweets that people wrote under hashtag justice for Johnny. This first one here. He doesn't deserve any of this shit he's gotten. Most beautiful hearts break more than most. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. This is insane.
Most beautiful hearts? What the fuck?
Yeah, this is written by a woman. I'm going to guess that her dad is not in the picture, and that's why she's obsessing over a celebrity that she doesn't know.
They know this dude's an actor that does copious amounts of blow, right?
Maybe that's his attraction. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude, what do you call it? What was that thing where like Amber Heard was like, Johnny's a horrible husband because he would do all this coke and pass out? And I'm like, that sounds like the perfect husband. He's just,
Dude,
he leaves you alone. He does his own thing.
He had the coolest thing ever. He put on Reddit. This dude has an own Coke box. It's a wooden box made to hold cocaine in it, and it says Johnny Depp, and there's the skull and crossbone carved into it. It's fucking cool.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
That's how you know you're fucking making it. Does Charlie Sheen have some shit like that?
I guarantee you.
I'm sure he does. Right next to his HIV medication.
No, there's no way. If he had one, he would have pawned it for more coke.
This other one I have here. Not $1 to at WB Pictures as long as Amber Heard is still employed. I'm sure they're going to miss your dower.
So they just want Amber Heard to not have a job anymore, right?
Yeah, well, but I heard the cancel culture doesn't exist. I heard it from a very reliable blue check mark.
Dude, whenever they do that, they're always like, how come this millionaire didn't get canceled? And you're like, yeah, because he's a millionaire. Like, anyone who doesn't have that, like, even Johnny Depp can make a comeback, obviously. But, like, any normal guy who gets, like, blacklisted from his industry is just fucked.
Now, what I find funny...
Yeah, if Johnny wanted to continue to make movies, he could just go the Mel Gibson route, do it himself.
What I find funny about this, and why I brought it into the show, was it had the opposite effect on me. I wasn't even aware that this Amber Heard chick had a career but now there's people posting about how she should be canceled on Twitter, and now I'm checking out the movies that she's been in. And they're not very good. They're not good movies. But I guarantee you her viewership is going to go up a little bit the more people want to cancel her.
You're saying Amber Heard?
Yeah.
You know, from what I've seen, actually kind of it's not exactly very effective, but it actually hasn't had the Streisand effect. Which is kind of strange because this chick's chesticles do defy gravity, man. She's got like damn near perfect boobs. It's that she's got going for her, which is probably why she's been able to get away with doing crazy shit like defecate on people's beds and fake injuries and shit like that.
She seemed like my type.
Like their relationship, their marriage sounds like a fucking nightmare.
She doesn't really have anything going on other than Aquaman, though. Prior to that, it's like she was in Magic Mike, but I don't know if that was like she had a big role in that or anything. I haven't heard of like most of these movies. She was in the Machete Kills in 2013. That was not a big deal.
That was a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah. What's her? Was she known originally for being in? What is she originally from? Because it says like she was on Friday Night Lights, but I don't know if she was like a major character.
I didn't even really know about this chick until the whole public divorce and like the fucking dumpster fire of the Johnny Depp marriage hit my radar. I'd seen this chick in Aquaman, but I couldn't have told you this. I couldn't have told her name. And really, I was like in my mind, I'm like, I don't know why they chose this chick. It seems like they could have got someone else. Yeah, she wasn't the worst part of the movie, but she was not a good part of the movie either. She just her acting just kind of fell a little flat. And normally I'm able to suspend my disbelief and it doesn't bother me, but it was just enough to the point where it barely started bothering me.
The only thing I've seen that she's in is fucking Justice League, because I didn't see Aquaman. So all I know of her is she's that chick who talks to Aquaman for like 2 minutes in the Justice League movie.
Well, she is in a lot of the Aquaman thing. I mean,
is she interesting? Is she
she's
good?
Basically trying to cash into. No.
Yeah.
She's easy on the eyes. That's about it. I mean, that's exactly why Johnny married her. And he's like, surely this chick isn't going to be a complete fucking nightmare that's going to get me jammed up by the Australian government because she can't leave the fucking dogs back at the house with the dog sitter.
Johnny, you should have tapped out at Amber. As soon as she said her name was Amber, you should have got the fuck out of there, buddy. That's on you.
Is that a
man?
That's right. Any girl named after a color is no good.
Yeah, that's a crazy chick name.
Violet. You don't want to deal with it.
Basically,
oh man, you get with
not very many, but you know what? From my anecdotal,
I got with a caramel stripper once named Violet, and she was a nightmare. Wouldn't stop blowing up my phone. So I can confirm.
Shit.
But I don't know. I don't care about Amber Heard, and I don't really care about Johnny Depp's abusive marriage either. So
yeah, well, I can tell you who does give a shit about this. The people that hate cancel culture, but they got hit by what's known as the mimetic process, where they become that which they hate. They're like, oh, cancel culture is a big problem. Let's go cancel the people that are canceling our people.
Yeah, when you get into the tit for tat bullshit, you're like, all right, well, now you're just going to make it way worse. Like, maybe just don't do it at all. That's why they went at James Gunn. They're like, oh, we're going to cancel James Gunn because Roseanne got canceled. And I'm like, I don't see, that makes no sense, and you're an idiot. Why? Just don't do that.
Free speech advocate and pill superhero Mike Cernovich is the one that got James Gunn canceled for a bunch of tweets.
Yeah. Cernovich.
Oh, I forgot he did that.
It was Cernovich and that other guy who I also hate. Posobiec. Jack Posobiec.
The reason I don't care is because I don't think anybody should be canceled for anything. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Woody Allen, who is an actual pedophile, and I don't think his movies should be censored like they are being.
Yeah. There's also just, it's people. I mean, look, I can understand being weird and like, I don't want to watch The Cosby Show anymore. Fine. I get it. But like, yeah, it doesn't mean like those Woody Allen movies are like unwatchable. Even if you think he did what he's been accused of doing. It's like, I don't know, man, they're still pretty good movies.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of good stuff has been made by scumbags. Is something that I think you have to realize.
Hey, CJ, tell him about the fucking bumper sticker your dad's getting.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
cool-ass
So
dad.
my dad is a legend. He found a bumper sticker on Facebook Marketplace that said "Drinks on Me," and it's got a picture of Bill Cosby right under it. It's a wonderful bumper sticker. Shout out to my dad.
Well,
That's pretty good.
let's get into the last topic of the week, and that is one coming from me. Now, this time we get to play the game. This is one that we've brought in before, and here's the headline: White influencer identifies as Korean after surgeries to look like BTS singer.
Yeah, I saw that guy. He does not look Korean. Well, actually, he does look kind of Korean, a little bit.
That's racist. I can't believe this.
It is kind of racist.
Is,
That's what's hilarious about it.
is this like Variety or something?
No, it's not Variety.
Oh,
It does have a location in the name.
Oh, Yahoo Finland. I have no idea.
No, the New York Post.
New York Post,
New York
NYP.
Post. Yeah. So this barely hit my hit my table. I saw this shit. I just gave one glance at it. I'm like, oh God, I'm bringing this in. I don't want to know anything about this because this is just crazy on its face. I don't even want to read the article. I don't want to look any more into this because I don't want to pollute my fucking mind.
Right.
But it is fucking funny because this is not the first time someone's decided to try to go transracial. If we all remember our favorite black lady, Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel Dogel.
Sean
And the
King,
Doziel
too.
House.
The best cameos in the game.
Sean King, also.
Yeah, so people are exploding right now because if you let people be transgender, you have to let people be transracial. There's no argument.
Why? You don't have to.
It's
No, you don't.
well, because if not, then you have to discount all the arguments for transgenderism. When it's like, well, that's
No, you
why would you
don't.
why would you deny their lived reality?
Vito, I'm
That's
with
the whole
you,
thing,
man.
is that being a particular race is a lived experience. You have to have actually lived it. And
Why
actually
is
be
gender
treated
not
that
a
way
lived
to actually
experience?
identify.
Why do you not have to live as a gender?
Well, that's its own thing. But
If a white guy
you can try
grows
to
up
change
in the
that.
ghetto, can he say that he has had the lived experience of a black person?
I mean, my
Kind of yes, kind of no.
stepdad,
But
Kinda
then they're
no.
going to start talking about white privilege and all that type of fun stuff.
my stepdad from Novi pretends to be black. I don't know if that counts, but I'm with Vito. On
I think I
this one.
feel
But,
I
you know-
feel German sometimes.
I'm with Vito on this
But,
one.
is a gender necessarily a lived experience? Because, you never even really particularly experienced it until you hit puberty and got your secondary sex characteristics, whereas race is something that's happened from the get-go.
I think
Yes.
I think you're wrong on this one,
Yeah.
Adam. I'm with Vito. I identify as a black man, and as such, I should have the right to wear shoe polish in public anytime I want.
I should have the right to obtain historically black scholarships to
Exactly.
represent who I feel inside. I guess what it comes down to is like it's the same. It's the same with transgenderism. Is like I can't tell you can't do it. Like you'd be a hypocrite to say that transgender people can do it, but black, transracial people can't. Because you're saying because you grew up white. I don't know, man. You just identify with the black experience, whatever. Like I can't tell you you're wrong. As stupid as I might think it sounds, like, hey, that's the rules. It's what people believe about themselves.
I'm pro anything
Well,
funny.
I mean, society is going to treat you whatever kind of way based on your appearance anyway. And they got this dude.
So if you
like,
darken your skin,
slanting
then
his
you are.
eyes and-
Let's be clear. If you make yourself look black, then you're going to experience the black experience 100%. It's going to happen. People aren't going to stop and ask you. They're just going to go.
Dude wrote a book about that.
Yeah.
It was called Almost Black. He was a really dark Indian guy, and he shaved his eyebrows, joined the Black Student Caucus, and was claimed to be black, and that's how he got into Columbia.
Yeah. And I bet
how
he got treated
school.
like a black man, and there was no difference. There is no. If you live as a black man, you are a black man. What can you say? You're going to experience the black experience.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know a thing or two about that. Oh,
You've seen some black experiences.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of guys living the
Yeah.
black experience behind bars, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, you're not lying.
Yeah.
You're not lying. There actually are white dudes that act black enough that are about that lifestyle, that are in gangs and shit like that, that have the N-word passed universally, and they can just say it because if someone wants to try to take that from them, they're trying to take it from a set, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
It becomes a political thing, and they're like, nah, well, that's just fucking, oh God, I'm trying to remember some of these people's names. They're all fucking lame. It's like, it's like Riff Raff, only it's not Riff Raff.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. Oh, Rowdy. Fucking Rowdy was one of them, man.
Yeah.
And this dude, he was living the black-white experience where he still came in with the fucking meth mouth, with the fucking brown Cheeto teeth, and oh man, trying to have both ways. But, really at the end of the day about the whole transracialism and all this shit, I really don't give a shit. But people fucking melting down about it is just some guy that is obsessive. He's obviously not well. Like, whenever you start getting surgeries to try to emulate some idol that you have, you got fucking problems. You got, like, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
By the way,
Well,
he didn't need surgery. I've dressed up like an Asian kid on Halloween. You just need duct tape and a little bit of yellow paint, and you're good to go. I don't think surgery was necessary.
oh my God.
But I'm pro-transracial. I want to make sure that's known. I'm pro anything funny, and I think it's very funny that people pretend and identify as different races. So I'm all for it.
I want everyone to live as their truest self, which is why I am coming out as Chinese. And I will just...
Well, I believe all of y'all should be bullied early and often. Fucking get some act right in your system. Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know why this guy, has you looked at the guy, he wants to be like a K-pop guy. He wants to look like a K-popper.
I identify as a white woman because I want free cocaine. So
Is that why K-pop is popular? Because they look like little China dolls, so white women, are like, they want these adorable little Korean boyfriends. I think that's what it is. I think it is a little racist, the love for K-pop.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
It is.
They're fetishizing.
It is
them.
racist.
They're fetishizing.
It's fucking women fetishizing non-threatening men and trying to abolish masculinity. So, in case you didn't know, we finally recorded all our bonus content for our Patreon, and we did a commentary on buck breaking.
Yeah.
So I am convinced that K-pop is something that was fabricated by the white man to make black men gay. I mean, it just makes sense to me. It's definitely. Have you seen buck breaking, Vito?
No, I'm not gonna. I saw that it got uploaded somewhere, but I have not actually watched it.
Oh my God. It is the funniest thing that I really thought about it. It was the funniest thing that I had seen in 7 months. It's so balls out insane. They just won't stop making up the fucking craziest shit you've ever heard. And then they randomly splice in like Fiverr level art in the middle of all this shit. And it's like weird quasi-racial slave porn. It's
he paid a bunch of people to basically draw slave porn for him, right?
That was my favorite part with the deviant art level slavery porn that they just paid all these people.
Oh man,
It's very funny.
some black bimbofication porn in there.
Yeah, so if you get in on the Patreon at the $10 level, that's the movie commentary that we do once a month. We got we also have a bonus episode that we recorded yesterday with Catfish. We were swapping stories about prison between Australian prison and Texas prison, and we talked a while about that. That's recorded. It's getting edited.
There's also
that's at the $5
There's
level.
also
Now
a little bit of anecdotes from my time in the nut house. So if you want to hear that, it's a very good episode at the $10 level.
It's worth it. And then if you get in at the $2 level, that's just letting us know you like the show, you appreciate it. And then whenever we get done recording, I throw up the video feed that I'm capturing live and throw that up. And so, thank you for everyone that supports the show. We're in the black. Things are going great. We're constantly growing. So it's been a fun ride, and we do care about our patrons. So, but that's the main bulk of the show. And really all we got left is the voicemails. So, if you want to give us a call, please call 281-747-6015 and tell us who gives a shit. So, here is our first voicemail of the week.
Hey guys, Captain Blackbread. Well, my work is still making people wear masks. That was my first voicemail I sent in, was about mask hysteria. And, it still hasn't fucking gone away. Like, nobody here gives a shit. Like, absolutely nobody. And they're saying that the only way that people are going to have to stop wearing masks is if, at first, it was 50% of people were vaccinated. Now, they must have reached that goal, because when I was told to put my mask on today, because it's so fucking hot, it's been really fucking hot lately, it was, it apparently has changed to 80%. I don't think 80% of people are going to fucking get vaxxed here, because no shit, CNN, motherfucking CNN, of all people, have come out saying that vaccines are causing some people's fucking hearts to fucking, what's the word, swell up? That's the word. It's causing some people's hearts to swell up, and I'm thinking, I'm going to just keep waiting. I'm going to wait a little longer and see how this all pans out, because, there's always a long-term effect from this new drug we haven't really tested very much. And they're shoving it out there still. So, why is my work so fucking behind the times? Like, my supervisor is very, very, very by the book. So, you want to breathe in the hot water? Fuck you, I guess, So, I don't know, man. I'm burning my fucking ass off right now. Holy shit. So, fuck masks. Just fuck masks, man. That's all I got.
So, Vito, how often do you be wearing masks out in public these days? Like,
I only wear it if I'm
nobody gives a shit
inside.
anymore.
Only if I go into a place. If I'm outside, when somebody do yell at me, put on your mask. Like, no.
Like, now they still have signs up at like gas stations and shit in Texas saying you have to wear a mask. Literally nobody follows that.
At the pump?
No, like in the actual like gas station itself. Yeah, but literally no one cares anymore. Like, people have officially, like, here, they're over it. Like, enough people got vaccinated that the people, like, they're like, well, fuck this. Like, there's only so much people are willing to.
I've found that in
and my company, they never really forced us to wear masks because we're all so far apart from each other anyway. Like, I think the closest dude to me is like 70 feet away, probably.
Right.
And I get mad when people get in my work area anyway. So, and I mean that is damn annoying. And actually, I could kind of empathize with the business too, because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place because they have to respect your privacy. And, like, I don't know, man.
I've found that, at least in Michigan, anyway,
yeah, I think I agree with Brett.
In Michigan, if you stay away from the upper-class white neighborhoods, those are the only people that are going to tell you to put a mask on. If you just hang around in the poor areas where people know how to have fun, no one can confront you about wearing a mask. Also, I also want to add.
Yeah, I'm just I'm getting to the point where I just go into a store with my mask in my hand and wait to see if anyone's going to ask me to put it on.
Well, I mean, the people that actually care about that already got vaccinated anyway, man. They got vaccinated months ago.
I
right?
got vaccinated and I'm in
Yeah, who
peak
gives a
physical
shit?
condition. There's nothing wrong with my body whatsoever. So I encourage everyone to get the vaccine.
All right. Well, here is our next voicemail of the week.
Hey, so I was listening to this week's episode about how CJ got 5150. And in my state, it's called getting Baker acted. And that happened to me about a year and a half ago now. Nothing lets you know you're sane than seeing what real crazy looks like. I was there for a week and a half, and it was the worst week and a half of my life. Hell is real, and it's a psych ward. But about what they were trying to show me, they tried to give me SSRIs, which is a typical antidepressant that I know doesn't work for me. And they also try to give me antipsychotics. Fun thing about those two medications, they both make you get really, really, really fat. So I think what they were trying to do was put me on those so that I would try to kill myself again and they would get to take more of my money. So, yeah, it was horrible.
That sounds about right.
See where they got. I think she's wrong, man. It's not to try to get the money. It's to make you so fat that the black man won't want to have sex with you, and instead will turn to getting fucked by a white man. A typical turn of black man gay, man. It's. I mean, I'm sorry to break your buck, but that's what's happening over there. You know. Oh man, but I mean, totally right though, because I've swung through a psych ward before, and the people in there were nuts, like way out of left field. One chick had postpartum depression so bad, the only thing she was capable of doing is staring out a window literally all day. Would just sit at a window and stare at it longingly.
Could she not make another fucking kid?
Up.
Or is it after the kid came? Oh, so postpartum is after you have a kid, you're depressed?
Yeah.
I thought it was like she had a miscarriage or something.
You ever taken a dump so big you have postpartum depression?
Yeah.
I sat on my...
I'm like, man, it was better when that thing was still inside.
I sat on my balls...
All right,
I sat on my balls right
voicemail.
before the show.
Oh,
and
go
I got
ahead,
postpartum depression, so... It's, You think I would learn how to not sit on my balls because, all I do is sit all day. But no, I still sit on my balls to this day.
Damn. All right. Well, here is our last voicemail of the week.
Hey, it's CJ from Houston. This is Phil from Corpus. Just got to say, I really fucking appreciate your podcast. Like, it's right at the perfect time for me to have something to listen to during peak boomer hours while I'm mowing my lawn. Yeah. And, really, I just wanted to call and say that I was listening to one of Bronze Age Pervert's episodes where he was talking about just gays in general. And it made me think of CJ, because like he was talking about one of his gay friends was talking to him about like how so many of them just have to resort to drugs in order to have any kind of enjoyment out of it because of how unnatural and disgusting it is. And I just couldn't stop thinking about TJ's retarded voice during all that.
Well, I'm glad I was in your mind, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry for this retarded shit right here. Just got to say that even if Milo ain't gay, he'll always be a faggot.
You're not wrong, man. Oh, good. Hey, it's not that they can't get it up with, without drugs. Drugs just enhance the thing, man. I think everybody should try getting fucked up and fucking every now and then, Poppers and lube, dude. Good times. Well, that's really all we got for our show today, man. Vito, you got anything you want to plug, my man?
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Well,
I don't know, man. I got nothing going on. There's nothing to plug. You can listen to The Biggest Problem.
Yeah, I will plug.
Go to biggestproblem.show.
Yeah, I will plug The Biggest Problem also. I endorse that podcast officially because it is a great show.
Well, thank you. I hope people like it because I have no idea what I'm doing. But it seems to be getting positive comments. People seem to be saying nice things.
Yeah, I like it. I listen to it.
Yeah.
Shit, have me on your show, man. I'll talk a lot of cash money shit with you.
Yeah, I'll figure out
Also,
what's going on, what we're doing with guests or whatever else for sure.
Yeah, I'll get dead on Dick's ass. I'm like, Dick, you said you'd listen to my show and you never got back to me. Notice me, senpai.
He's a busy man, fucking bitches, getting drunk
shit.
by noon.
Now, if you want to watch some more stuff of Vito, I highly recommend that you watch his fucking Pepsi protest video. And also, like he said, the selling popcorn at the Berkeley protest.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the popcorn video, but he said to watch it, and you know what? I trust this man's
If you just go to
judgment, so
YouTube
be
and
sure
you
to check
type
that
in
out.
either Pepsi Berkeley or Popcorn Berkeley, you'll find either of them. They're both good.
Love it.
Yeah. So also be sure to visit our Patreon at patreon.com/WGA Shit Show. You'll visit our Twitter at WGA Shit Show. Also, be sure to check out our friends at the Rich Dickman Show and the NFHC podcast. Those are also fantastic podcasts. Any last thing you want to plug, CJ?
No, I'm just listen to the podcast and listen to The Biggest Problem in the Universe. It's a great reboot.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all we got, man.
Stay horny,
See
everyone.
ya.
Cool beats.